Right, there we go. What up, YouTube? It's me, your favourite Steve. How you doing? It's been a while. Mark, don't swear or offend any.
Right. I'm dad now, don't swear.
This is my. No, that ain't it.
Mentor.
That's my mentor, Mark.
Mentor.
Oh, that's my mentor, Mark. There's nobody in the chat. Wait a minute. I'm not used to. For some reason, I've got to be on this side of the laptop.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how far I move over this way. It's moving me over that way.
Yeah, it's weird. Normally, I think if you can change your screen. Oh, there's people coming in. Hi, Helen. You can change your screens, but I don't know. You can have it widescreen. What, you think that one's better?
I don't know, the wide one. That's it, yeah. I feel like I'm doing this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. It's like the weird freaking selfie thing on the phone. Yeah, so my mate Mark has been doing my editing for months. About... See, he's messing around Superman. He's been doing my editing for months to get live on my channel. I haven't been around for a while, to be fair. I haven't done a video probably in about a month to 6 weeks. I don't know.
I think it's been a month.
Has it? I just couldn't be bothered. I've lost interest. But yeah, so there's 8 people in. So yeah,
Sweet.
Mark, prepare for the thousands that will pour in.
Well, this is, I mean, to be fair, mate, I wanted to come on your channel to give you a boost. You know what I mean?
A boost, yeah. Cheers, mate. So yeah, there's Helen. Hello, Helen. Hello, Ali. Hello, Mr. Diggs. Hello, MMM Antiques and Collectibles. If I think that's Malcolm, even though I think I say it every time I'm live, I think that's Malcolm, but I think it is Malcolm. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to chat about. I have no clue. We'll just see where it goes.
Catch up, bro. You know what I mean?
Catch up. It's a catch up, bro.
Just catch up, yeah. Just a bro. You know, every single time we meet, it's like usually around Christmas. It's usually like, oh, this is all right. This was we'll have to meet up again. Yeah, we'll make this a regular thing, and we don't see each other again for years.
You're going really slow. You just went up. Try again. God, say a sentence. There you go. I think I'm all right. Yeah, so yeah, we only ever really meet up at Christmas. I used to work with Mark. I was his team leader. You know, I was the leader of the crew. I taught him everything he knows, and I guided him through the.
In terms of warehouse packing, he was my mentor.
I was the boss.
Yeah.
Taught him how to type. Taught him how to type.
We carried you, basically, mate. We carried
you.
We carried you.
Whatever. Actually, we're going to say it's Pete. I wonder if Pete. I bet you Peter. I bet Pete's waiting until 1 o'clock, Annie, because we said we're going to do it at 1.
I bet you leave it.
Yeah, I bet he thinks at 1. So yeah, how's lockdown?
So yeah, how's it going? I'm still at work, so it doesn't really make any difference to me.
Oh, you've started a new job, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, and I'm basically allergic to everything in the building.
Working with Mark, he was literally allergic to everything.
All my eyes are swelling up and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, you've been at work the whole time, haven't you? Or did you have a period off?
No, I had like 7 weeks, but that was in the job I just left.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I had a bit off. You know, I've just bought a new house, so I was painting.
Oh yeah.
Constantly painting everything.
Yeah, Mark got a new house, right? Get this. Mark got a new house, and like there's 3 of us that are in my chat group on WhatsApp. We all used to work together, and so we chat nearly daily. But Mark moved house, but he's very private. Mark is. He doesn't like to tell you anything.
Yeah, I'm very private. Yeah.
He doesn't like to. Like he's very like like you're scared to ask him, like, I don't know where he's been the weekend. He's very private. So Mark moved out and moved literally about 20 minutes away from where I live, walking, and didn't tell me.
Well, it's a 20-minute walk for you. For everyone else on the planet, it's 2 minutes. Because you walk that slow.
I don't know where this thing got from that I walk slow.
You do. You do. There's the occasion where we used to end up walking to work at the same time. And I just feel like I was going not even half speed, a quarter speed, just to kind of keep pace.
Oh. You've lost your voice.
It's very laggy.
Day misses to get off the internet.
I think.
Oh, hi, Derry. How you doing? Wow. Oh, I think Mark's trying to sort his Wi-Fi out. Yeah. Oh, good afternoon, Indy. How are you? Hello. I know I haven't done a video for ages. I lost interest. I don't know why. And my mate's been doing my head in to go live, so I thought I'd go live. Are you back?
Oh, sure. It's. You know what?
The Amsterdam back on the wheel.
The missus has got it on the TV downstairs, and it looks fine on the TV, but on my computer, it looks like I'm jolting across the screen.
Yeah, it's weird. I have it where I'm fine. Like I'm fine on the laptop, but if I do it through my phone, and then I go back and watch it on my phone, I'm all laggy. It's weird.
Yeah.
Or I'll go and watch this back and I'll be laggy. It's really weird. Oh, there's a question for Mark. It's a question for Mark. Is Mark a reseller too?
No, I have sold on eBay.
He has sold on eBay.
I used to have a really, really decent eBay account, and then the ex-wife stole it. So, and now my account has got like 80 feedback on it or something. But it was pretty decent.
Yeah,
I
remember you saying you got to build it back up, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, at the minute, like my PayPal still won't give me the money straight away. I have to wait for it.
I don't know what that is, because I kind of switched my account. I had an account for years from like 2005, and I just switched that one to a business one, so I didn't have to build anything up. But
I don't know what to do it. I think it does it if you're under so many feedbacks, or if you start getting like negative reviews. I'd imagine, because I think I had one bad review for a mobile phone that I sold that was broke, and I stated it was broke. And I put in the title, "This is broke." And then the guy who bought it said, "It's broke."
Oh. The amount of times
yeah, mate, it's broke. He's like, "I can't fix it." I was like, "Yeah, that's why I sold it."
The amount of times I've sent stuff like spares and repairs, and you get a message off someone saying,
"I never do electronics again."
Well, actually, didn't I get a battery off you? Do you remember? I got a battery off you the once, and that ended up having issues with that because there was.
But this, I knew what the problem.
I got a battery off you. Do you remember?
It's all the same, mate. It's all the same. They're LiPo batteries. If you don't. Yeah, she's come off the YouTube now because it was jumping.
Oh, okay.
She was just tracking me. She's watching what I'm doing.
Oh.
Yeah, she's looking at me now. She's staring at the side of my head.
Instead of watching on YouTube, is she literally just standing there?
She's going to the source. How you been then, mate? What you been doing?
Nothing really. Nothing. Just eBay, which is shite in a minute. eBay is shite. I am having my worst month of the year this month. It's been terrible.
Does it build up on December?
What's that, sorry?
Does it ramp up in December? Do you get more sales in December?
Mark, I can't hear
You
you.
can't hear me? Oh, this is terrible, mate. This is terrible.
Talk.
Talk. Hello? Hello?
Wait a minute. I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
If I do this, you can hear me.
I don't. Right, now you mic. Yeah, you just froze. Got. Right, you're now moving. Try talking.
Talk. I'm talking.
No, can't hear you.
Yeah. I'm going to try plugging the
just said-
dongle straight in, mate.
Right, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Good. I'm just going to get the dongle and try plugging it in. Oh, my beautiful assistant has got me the dongle.
Right, let me. Right, hello? I've just realised it might be my internet.
See me now?
Yeah, I can see you now. It might be my Wi-Fi
Yeah, I've
because I'm in
plugged
the
it in.
loft.
Nah, well, my
you plugged
Wi-Fi
in
is like it's like one of these. It's not a proper
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
okay. Right, I'll move you to see if that works because my internet dropped off as well. Give me a sec. I'm gonna have to try and get closer. I hate that freaking bulb. It looks like a island. Sorry, people in the chat. Trying to work out these glitches. Ow. Right. Let's get me. Am I on my Wi-Fi? And then I'm going to get everybody else in the house off my Wi-Fi as well. Right, Max, gone. Heading back to stream. Oh, I'm like, is this guy you refused to have on your channel, Steve? Yes, it is, Carla. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because I haven't got a clue. Yeah, it is quality entertainment. Shall. Shelley, anything you don't need the Wi-Fi for, can you take it off? You there, Mark?
I'm here. Can you see me?
It must be because I'm in the loft. Right. I'm gonna see if I can end this stream and then I'll do it on my phone.
That's a good idea, mate.
Because I think and we know what you look like, Steve, so we don't need your camera on. Right, well, hang on, wait a minute. It's working. It seems to be working.
Is it working?
Yeah. It seems to be working.
Sweet.
Right. Cool. That was a complete freaking mess up for 5 minutes.
I don't know what happened there. I think I plugged it in and everything on my end just went completely tits up.
Well, I was just looking at my internet and then I noticed my internet's gone off. And then all of a sudden I'm getting like 50 messages through my phone.
Well,
so it might have been my internet as well.
That's
it
what
might
happens when Shell forces you to live in the loft.
Yeah. It's crap, ain't it? Anyway, your favourite YouTuber's on? Carla Jenkins, Mark?
Oh, hello, Carla. You're all right. You're all right, Bab. You're watching your videos.
Mark's been messaging me about you, Carla, saying, "Oh,
It's become like a thing in our house where we just sit there and just watch Carla videos.
It's very strange. Not that it's strange to watch Carla before she gets offended.
Yeah. The missus has entered one of the giveaways, so.
I'll put in a good word. I'll put in a good word for you.
We need a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll put in a good word.
Does it normally pick up in December
then? Normally it's October and November, but I had a really good October. I had the best month of eBay that I've ever had, and then it's gone to shit in November. I don't know if it's lockdown. It's gone to shit.
I don't know. So I don't think people are just buying stuff online. You'd have thought it would have gone up. If anything, you'd have thought your sales would have been better because all the shops are shutting. No one can go into the shops, so they're just going to go online.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just all. I've had like 3 sales today, but I'm trying to list as consistent as I can, but I'm running out of stock now. But
what are you doing about buying stuff?
I'm just going through a death pile of stuff that I've been avoiding for the last 6 months at the minute, and then we'll see after that. I don't know. I'll work some out. There's a load of.
Didn't you before?
Yeah, I used to buy loads of job lots. I've been buying badges, which sell consistently, but they only get like 3-4 quid each time. What's that? Oh, Lex. Hi, Lex. How are you?
Lex.
My mom loves Mark's accent. That's nice.
Thank you.
But she thinks Steve sounds ridiculous. So that's lovely.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Wait, is this actual?
I'm not as yam as Steve.
I wouldn't say I'm proper yam.
You're on the cuff.
I'm on the cuff.
You're not quite Dudley. You're not quite Dudley Colesley kind of area, but you're on the cuff of yam.
Yeah, there are more ridiculous yams.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, if you come from Colesley or Dudley, then I struggle to understand anyone from there.
Yeah. It's there's somewhere it is literally. There was a guy I used to work with where I couldn't understand what he was talking about half the time, and that was I think he was from Darlaston, and it was ridiculous. You couldn't. I didn't know what he was talking about most of the time. It was just so broad, yam, and made up words as well that were just ridiculous.
Yeah, Bilston as well can be one. If you get someone in certain areas of Bilston, can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, it is really bad. Dudley, Wolvo, it's the same place. It's not really. It's not really.
No, the Dudley's technically Black Country, whereas Wolverhampton's not Black Country.
Is Wolverhampton not Black Country?
No. Black Country is in between Wolverhampton and Birmingham. And Bilston is just about on the cuff of the Black Country. So Bilston can almost get roped in, but it's not quite.
But we had
I think it's something to do with I think it's something to do with the canal that runs between the two.
I was talking to Shell the other day. We've our MP. I don't know. I think I follow her on Facebook. I think, and it was she's the MP of Wolverhampton North East, and I was like, Wolverhampton North East. So how many MPs are for Wolverhampton? It's not exactly a big place. I mean, how many MPs?
I know there's an MP for where we are, but I don't really follow it. I don't watch TV, so I don't really.
Oh yeah, you don't. Mark's always trying to get me to stop watching the news.
Just stop it, mate. This is not fun. It really isn't. It doesn't matter who's president. Doesn't matter who's prime minister.
No.
It makes absolutely no difference.
I'll send Mark and Pete links. Have you seen this? Have you seen this travesty? And Mark, stop.
And my response is usually,
yeah, that emoji of
doesn't matter.
And stop watching the news. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Scrap iron blokes around.
I have been going on Facebook.
Yeah, Mark was trying. Back in the day when I used to work with Mark was trying everything to go Ghost Protocol, literally everything.
Yeah.
Like he even started like learning how to pick locks.
I can.
Oh yeah, he can pick locks.
Yeah.
There was like I don't know what was the other stuff he used to do. Like he tried to get a phone where
Yeah,
like
I had a phone.
I know you're always trying to get us to do chats or sign up for
There was this.
chat
It's like an
groups that
email
are
chat
not
thing.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's an app where it just deletes your messages after a while. It's all encrypted.
Oh yeah.
There was that thing when Facebook took over WhatsApp. And it still annoys me every single time I turn WhatsApp on and at the bottom it says powered by Facebook or something. It annoys me.
There's a
Although
question.
I have been using Facebook, so
Yeah. There's a question from next. So how do you guys know each other? How is that initially? Intimately. Oh, how intimately? Not.
How intimately?
Yeah.
Well.
No, let's not talk about it.
No.
Let's not talk about it.
It was a cold night and we had no covers.
Yeah. It was a train station, drunk.
Train station. Let's stay in Starbucks.
Yeah.
All I can say is Starbucks at 2:00 in the morning is a grim place to be.
It's a very grim place. There's actually a video. Didn't I film some of that? Yeah. It was when I first started doing YouTube, and
it was really early on.
Yeah. We were out at Christmas and we got hammered and we decided to stay out. And then realised that everything literally shuts in.
Yeah. We were like, no, everything will be open until like 4:00, and then the train comes at 5. We'll be fine. And then literally we missed the last train. I think the last train was like 1:05, and all the bars closed at 1:30.
Like literally,
so we were literally walking the street. Yeah.
It was like, so we'll find somewhere, and everywhere turned off. So we just ended up in a Starbucks with all the
random 24-hour Starbucks.
Yeah.
Bizarre. And like the people that were in it are just like, I'd say it was about 75% homeless people.
Yeah.
With laptops.
Yeah.
With better laptops than what I've got.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. They all have laptops, yeah.
Yeah, they've all got MacBooks and iPhone 10s, and I'm just sitting there like with an ancient phone.
No, we haven't kissed, or that I know of. No, and there wasn't a fishing trip. But we know each other because we used to work with each other.
And
now I'm Mark's best friend.
You know what? I ain't got any friends, so yeah. We'll call you that, mate. We've known each other for a while.
Yeah, it's been, I don't even know how many years.
It's got to be like 8 years. It's got to be 8 years, something like that.
I always go by Unga years. I'm trying to think when I left.
The minute I walked out that door, I forgot about that place.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing that Mark gives me therapy about. You need to stop. You need to forget about it.
You need to stop it now, mate. How long has it been since you left?
I think I don't know. Is it 2 years or 3 years?
It's got to be about 2 years.
Is it 2?
And every once in a while, you get a hateful WhatsApp message. God, do you remember this? Oh, and I'm like, mate, just let it go.
I do with Shell all the time. You know, I used to hate these kind of people. You know, where someone like I don't know. I don't want to say the person's name, but I've got a mate say who he's only ever been away once, and whenever you talk about a holiday he's been on, he brings up that holiday. Well, I've turned into that person where if Shell says something about work, like I don't know, somebody at work's doing a reading, I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of blah blah Unga, and then I'll just start going off, and then I'm angry for the rest of the day. Those bastards.
Yeah. And now your biggest strain is what pair of joggers to put on in the morning when you wake up.
Hey,
well, the rest of us human beings have to go into a job.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. I'll work, Mark. I've been working this morning. Thank you very much, Mark.
You do, yeah. You do. It's boring, isn't it, on the weekends?
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. I've got loads of stuff to do around the house. I got Superman.
Yeah, to do Superman.
Well, I got this for free.
Wow.
It scares the child.
I was going to say, like, are you even into
I can't
Superman?
stand Superman.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
Can't stand him. No.
I remember back in the day we used to have arguments about Superman and Batman and that. And I don't remember you ever being a fan of Superman.
No, I've got plans for him now. So I'm gonna. Originally, I saw this video. I can't remember who the guy is. Is this Australian guy who basically he had a couple of them massive. They're like 1/4 scale figures, and they look rubbish. I mean, their head sculpt is crap. It looks nothing like the guy it's supposed to. But he basically repaints them.
Yeah.
So like like the really expensive Sideshow models.
Yeah.
By the time it's finished, they look closer to that than what they do like that. So I saw that jump up on Facebook and it was free, and I thought, okay, I'll have it. I can't stand Superman, but I'll give it a go. And then I got him, and his face looks absolutely nothing like even the Australians one that he had. It looks nothing like the one he had. It's meant to be the most recent Superman.
Oh, I know you're on about.
I can't. It's
his nose is a bit off, ain't it?
He looks nothing like him. Nothing. It's not even close. Whereas the one that they got, the Australian guy had, it wasn't a million miles off. Once he put the shadow in and repainted the face, it looked all right. But that looks nothing like him. So I thought, well, there's no point in doing that because no one in their right mind is even going to want to touch that because I think it's a rip-off. I don't even think it's an actual like licensed one. So my next idea was I'm trying to get into like sculpting, like clay and stuff. I've made I don't know whether they've ever showed you like the little pixie houses.
Yeah,
so I had some random clay knocking about the house that I'd never touched. I had it for like 4 years and it was just sitting on a shelf. I've left it downstairs, otherwise I'll show you. But I had this idea. If you Google like fairy house or pixie house, glass jar, basically people take a glass jar and then you wrap it with the clay and you mold it to look like a cute little mushroom house or like a little wizard's house. And
what are they
the windows, pixie houses. Pixie house or fairy house or something like that. And basically you leave the windows blank, so it's the glass, and then you put like a light inside. I wouldn't really advise putting a tea light in. I've got LEDs that I put in there, and then when you turn it on, all the light, it looks like there's somebody in there because all the lights are on.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I haven't made anything since I was like 13. It was the last time I ever painted or sculpted anything, and I thought I'd give it a go. So I just made it. It took me about 6 hours to actually mold it because I made the roof really elaborate. I'll grab it in a minute. I've like base painted it, so like you do like block painting. So it doesn't matter if you like go over your other paint marks or anything. You just block paint them. The basic colors are you want areas to be. And then you darken it down, you ink it, and then you'll highlight it. When you highlight it, that's when you put all the detail in.
Okay.
So I'm going to finish that off today. But I was going to buy. I've got so many glass jars downstairs that I've just collected, and I'm going to buy like a big block of clay, and just give that a go. I think to be honest, I was trying to think of what I could put on Etsy, and I was going to like just make a few of them. Put them on Etsy and just see if I can sell any of them.
I think that's when it comes to like that's why I asked about you doing reselling. You're more someone who you're going to make something and sell it, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean that's what
rather than me getting secondhand stuff and selling it. You'd be an Etsy person now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't do what you do with all the. I'd lose my mind. I'm in a room now which is completely surrounded. I've got like a ladder, pillows. I've got electrical equipment around me. I've got an amp by my foot, and I can feel the voices starting in my head. I couldn't do what you do with all the stuff everywhere. I would lose my mind. So
it's not everywhere, Mark. I can see my loft.
No, but like, even not everywhere. But like like you've got stuff on top of stuff. You know what I mean? Like. I couldn't deal with that. I could see plates and things in the background, and I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah, I don't know what is in the background. So I'm lying on the floor. I think it's just it's walking sticks and ball games. Oh, yeah, them are walking sticks.
I couldn't
So
do
you've
that.
got a
I
few,
ain't got the
few
patience for
thingies in the chat. Lex is asking where do you work, but I don't think you want to disclose where you work. Is Steve a
that.
reseller? Yes, I am a reseller. Thank you.
Well, is he?
Yeah. Mark, Lex has asked, what clay do you use?
So it's if you do DAS clay, so it's DAS clay, and it's an air dry clay, but it's really funny to use because it's got like it's got nylon fibers in it, so it's not like a traditional clay where it's literally just clay. It's got fibers in it. It's almost when you're using it, it feels like it's got paper in it. It's strange, and if you cut it, it can kind of drag because it catches on the fiber. If your knife's not sharp enough, it can catch on the fibers. It's a funny thing to use, but it's the easiest thing to use because you can just leave it out basically and it just dries. And the alternative would be like a polymer clay, which I think has just got plastic in it basically, like a clay mixed with a plastic. I don't really understand exactly what it is, but that's way more expensive.
Yeah,
like,
Lex was saying some skull pie, SCULPEY. She said he's good or something.
Yeah, I think that's a polymer clay. I think I'm not 100%. I've looked into the polymer clays, and I think once I get to a point where I know I can sculpt something and I'm reasonably competent, then I'll start using the more expensive clays. But at the minute, I'm just sticking with DAS because I can get on Amazon you can get a massive 12.5 kilogram lump of it, and I think it's £14. I keep it in my own watch list, so when it goes down, I'd buy it. I think normally it's like £17 or something. And that DAS clay, if you buy, it's usually in 1 kilogram blocks. And if you buy it from like the works, it's £4. And I think
COVID.
I think even Hobbycraft have changed their prices on that now because it used to be really expensive in Hobbycraft, but I think now it's £4 in Hobbycraft as well.
Well, it looks. Lex must be a clay person because she's talking all science about clay now. Polymer clay is like female or something. I don't know what its price here. I don't know.
It's got some plasticky element in it or something that might. I think with polymer clay you have to like heat it as well. You can't just. It's not naturally moldable. You have to heat it up, or you put a hairdryer on it, or you have to do some kind of heating element to it to get it to mold easily.
Okay. Oh, hi, Kirsten.
The idea with that is I'm going to redo it as if anyone's ever looked at Warhammer 40k, I'm going to try and redo that as a Warhammer 40k figure that big. Which
Mark's been trying to get us to do Warhammer 40k, and he'll send jokes in our private chat, and we're like, we don't get what that means, Mark. We have no clue what that means.
Yeah, no one's got a clue what they're going on about, but I find them funny.
Because we used to play Magic. We used to play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
I actually beat them once.
Your idea was just to buy as many red cards as you possibly could and put them all in one deck.
And I won a game.
Yeah, that cost me a lot of money. That did that game. That was ridiculous.
I remember
there was a website where you could buy lots of cards, didn't you? Yeah, it's £400 I spent on cards easily, and that was in a month. That's a game you don't want to get into.
Vespa? Have you still got your Vespa parts?
No, I got rid of that. I've got that motorbike still. I have stripped some of the parts. I'm just lazy. My own fault, really. Like, I ain't done. I've bought some paint for it, so I've got the paint to spray it. And I've stripped some of the paint off it. But when I stripped some of the paint off it, one of the engine mounts was cracked. That my brother's welded that. But I made the mistake of moving some of the parts to my mum's. So now they're just sitting at my mum's, and that's another excuse for me now to not do anything with them because they're sitting at my mum's.
It's not in front of you.
Yeah, rather than being here.
I want to start doing something creative. Like I was doing drawing with Lace over lockdown when she was off. I'd love to do a bit more drawing.
I can't draw. No.
I can follow a video.
I've watched a few videos on sculptors though. And you'd be amazed how many sculptors, like really, really decent sculptors, can't draw. It's like a completely different thing altogether, trying to force perspective and stuff.
Talking about sculptors.
And shadowing and shading.
Sculptors. I started following one on Instagram, I think. He makes like you know, I like the Funko figures. Well, he
Yeah.
makes his own kind of ones out of football players, and the way he does it is just mad. I can't think of what the account is. It would take me ages.
You used to be able to buy blank ones. The
What's
Funkos.
that?
You used to be able to buy blank Funkos.
I think you can still do it. I think you can still buy black one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have watched some videos and people doing the Funkos. I'm not really interested in the Funkos though. I like more detailed stuff. But if I do that, I say if, because it's already taken me about 20 years. But that would be the first 1/4 scale figure I ever would have. I can't find any of them on Google. There's a lot of 1/6 scale ones, but no 1/4 scale.
Let's just ask the question. Have you ever got jealous of my beard?
What do you mean by that?
Have you ever got jealous of
I've
my
got
beard?
a fantastic beard.
Look at this.
I am jealous of the fact that I couldn't store chicken in mine.
What's that?
I am jealous of the fact that I can't store chicken in mine. You know, there's a chicken.
I haven't touched this before lockdown.
I've just shaved all mine.
I've trimmed it, but I haven't been to a hairdresser's and had it adjusted since probably February. Just can't bother.
Once this gets to the point of where I can chew it, that's when I cut it.
I had to do that bit the other day. So, because that was getting to a point where it was down here, and I'd started to chew on it, and Shell turned around and said, "Can you please stop doing that? You need to cut it off. It's disgusting."
You grab yours like that, don't you? And then you start getting that bottleneck.
Yeah, because you used to get mad at me, so you need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that.
Like, yeah, you need. It's curling. It's now getting to the point where it's just forming like a giant.
Yeah, it's forming, and there's then a ring. There's like a ring around the end of the goatee.
You could be really cool, mate, and you could plait it.
I could back. I've actually Lex has actually put like a bobble in it. I'm not answering that question, Lex. Lex says, "Do I shave my legs?" They think I shave my legs.
He doesn't need to. His legs are bald.
I'm not bald. I've got hair on my legs.
No, it's all on his face. You said that's my problem. Like, I've got no hair on my face because all of my hair is on my legs. I have to plait my leg hair.
There's some hair there. There's some hair on there. They're not completely hairy, but there's definitely some hair there. Just doesn't come across on the internet if I show it on camera. Near where I got shot. I got shot on my leg.
Got shot on you? Oh, yeah. Because I forget how gangster you are.
I am gangster. I've got a proper gun wound in my leg.
Yeah. Was it an air rifle?
Nah, I fell over a pistol over a wall.
Nerf. It was a Nerf.
It was a Nerf.
I got shot by a Nerf, yeah.
Got shot by a Nerf, yeah. Yo,
you don't know, man. You ain't Nerf. I'm in a hood, yeah.
Yo, you don't know.
Random Nerf is happening.
You don't know what I've been through.
Shot by a gat, yeah.
Hi, Mark Walsh. How are you? Normally, if I'd say Mark, I'd think it was you. Can you see the chat or not?
No, I can't see the chat.
Okay.
No.
Are you actually on the street? Oh, yeah, I've been sent a link. So you can't see anything, really? You can just see the screen.
Oh, no, I'm clicking the wrong button. I was on private chat for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get that. I've heard people say that before. It says private chat or something in the chat. P-Tac turned up at Bell End. Where is he?
He thinks it's 1 o'clock, I bet. We told him it was 1 o'clock. He's probably too busy crying.
I bet he's now going, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say hi, because then it'll all turn to me. So I'm not doing it. That will give me shit. When was the last time you saw each other? I don't know.
Naked. I've never seen him completely naked. I've seen his taint.
Last time we saw each other was probably Christmas, wasn't it? Last year.
Yeah, probably was, yeah.
I think we went to that. Was it Christmas? God, that's it. That seen that.
That was we going. Used to be Yates's. Now it's something else. It took about 2 hours to get served.
Oh yeah, and then we went to that one near the church that you always take us to, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the Lichgate. Yeah,
Lichgate. That's it. Yeah.
Good old man pub though.
Yeah, there's a pub near me that got shut down and banned because of coronavirus. They were letting people in. You know the red, white, and blue. It's in Featherstone.
Featherstone, no.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? Missed your random vlogs, having a break, or are the kids taking your time up? What it is, Mark. Well, not you, Mark, but what it is, Mark. I'll get bored, and then I kind of do videos, and I watch them and think they're boring as anything, and then I go, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered, or even trying to make up kind of little clips that are just, I'll go, like, right, I'm going to talk about this. But I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't have my phone in my face, so I kind of find it weird. The red, white, and blue sounds like it might be a bit of a dodgy place. Yeah.
There's a general rule with pubs. If it's got a flat roof, don't go in there. Avoid it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If it sounds even vaguely patriotic, don't go in there.
Okay, yeah.
Red
Definitely
Lion.
the flat roof thing. I agree with the flat roof thing. I'm trying to think of pubs off the top of my head with flat roofs, and I'm like,
most of them are shut down.
Dodgy. Yeah.
Most of them are shut. Yeah.
There was the Talisman that had a flat roof that is in the Scotland. Dodgy. Really dodgy.
I can think of one that's actually, has it got a flat roof? I was going to say the True Britain, but I'm pretty sure that hasn't got a flat roof. Now I'm thinking about it.
Which pub? You went off a bit.
True Britain. It's in Ashford Park.
Oh, that's around the back, ain't it? Is that around the back of Ashford?
It used to be a field, but now it's a forest. That's how old it was. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
It was just an empty field where I used to ride scramblers, and now it's a forest.
I haven't been up Ashmere for years. Ashmere is literally just one road going around.
Yeah.
Sounds like skinhead territory. I don't think the red, white, and blue is skinhead territory. But yeah,
the True Britain is.
Yeah, the True Britain.
They used to have scooter meetups, and anywhere where you get a scooter meetup, it's skinhead.
Yeah, it's all those freaking crash helmets, and
a lot of them wouldn't bother wearing crash helmets. You get like a lot of what's them coats? Right, mate. What's them coats now? I can't remember what they're called now. It'll pop into my head. They're usually like green or black, and they've got like gingham inside.
I'm trying to think. Is it mod? I'm trying to think. It's mod, ain't it? The thing that I'm thinking of with the scooters.
Harrington? Is it Harrington?
Harrington coat. I should know this, seeing as I sell clothing on eBay.
Yeah, sure. It's called a Harrington. It's got no collar on it.
Someone on that. Hi, I think it's Richard, ain't it? Night's Life. Or might be getting that completely wrong. Oh my God, all pubs around you sound full BMP.
Ashford Park back in the day. So during like the 80s and the 90s, you had like ethnic segregation. So certain areas in Wolverhampton, if it was all like council housing, you'd have certain ethnicities all collected together in certain areas. So Ashford Park, you wouldn't have hardly any black people, no Indian people. It was kind of like a white designated area.
There was definitely that. There was definitely that in Wolverhampton. Like there's definitely certain areas in Wolverhampton
like
where
Heath Town, you'd have like Indians, black.
Yeah, Park Village.
Yeah, everywhere. Low Hill, you'd probably have a mix in Low Hill, but in certain areas in Wolverhampton, they wouldn't mix ethnicities. I think France still does exactly the same thing there. That's why they've got so many problems. But
there's a part of Birmingham, isn't there? When you go through Birmingham, I can't think where the area is, but when you're coming out of Birmingham, there's definitely a segregated area there. But
but I think nowadays it's more like coincidental. It's more like you'll get pockets of people concentrating in certain areas because, say, for instance, like in Whitmarines, you get a lot of Indian people buying houses in certain areas, and then they'll just because they're all kind of in that area, they all end up buying houses in that area.
Yeah.
Whereas in the 80s and the 90s, it was forced. It wasn't like you didn't have a choice. If you were black and you wanted to live in Ashford Park, tough. If you tick that ethnicity box on that sheet when you wanted a house, you just wouldn't get put in that area.
Yeah, definitely.
That wouldn't be the excuse they give you. They give you a different excuse.
Yeah. I remember Ashmead, definitely. Like, obviously, you know my mate Smokey. I remember us going to Ashmead once, and we went into a pub, and I used to joke around with him, like saying, "You could literally stand on a table right now and shout boo, and everyone would jump out of the skin because like everyone was just like staring at us, like we were all going, "What's going on? What's everyone staring at us?" And then we just clicked what it was. It was ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous.
But, when I went to school, it was literally white people. There was no ethnicities. I think there was a couple of Indians and a few black people, but as a general rule of thumb, because of the state of it was in the 80s and the 90s, you just didn't really get a mix.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I moved to Whit Marines where it was more mixed together.
Yeah. It is weird. It's kind of like the areas that are on the edge of town, ain't it? And then when you go out of the areas on the edge of town, then that's where they didn't put certain people. But thank God everything's changed now.
As I say, I think France still does the same thing. I think they still have that kind of ethnicity pockets, and France is a funny country, and I think they still do that, and that's why they get a lot of problems.
Yeah,
because they still have massive areas where black people reside, and they can't go into any other areas. Like they can't move into other pockets because it's all social. I think they've still got a lot of social housing in France. I don't know. I might be wrong. I didn't do a degree in French social policy. So
somebody's asked in the chat why do you say flat roof pubs are a bit dodgy? They just are. They are in general.
I think there's some memes about it as well. I'm sure I've seen some memes. I think a lot of flat roof pubs were like built in like the 80s and the 90s, and they're always in certain areas where they may be a bit run down or they were never properly like looked after, and there's a certain clientele that goes in there.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure there's some lovely flat roof pubs.
Yeah, there's lovely flat. Maybe there's just our area. Maybe it's just our in Wolverhampton, but definitely flat roof pubs are dodgy. If you go into a flat roof pub, it's like
If you approach the pub and it's got a flat roof, and that flat roof has got sitting water on it, walk the other way.
And then if you walk in there and there's a queue to the toilet, then you know why.
Yeah, I went in one pub. It wasn't a flat roof pub, but I went in one pub, and it was in I think that was in Whit Marines, and it was a really dodgy pub. I can't remember the name of it. But I remember there was no light in the toilet, which is a first sign of something wrong. And I remember walking in, and just on the cuff of the door, I could see sawdust. And I was like a bit puzzled by it, but I was half cut, so I didn't really delve into it. And as I walked into the toilet, just sloshing water, the entire thing was flooded, and they just literally chucked sawdust in there, and then turned the lights off. Oh, genius! The best part was you didn't even need to find the urinal; you just piss on the floor. It was fine. Brilliant.
There's a pub like that. They actually changed it. It was called something else, but everyone called it the Shed. So they actually changed the name to the Shed. It was that was in Park Village. It's changed now, but that was the same kind of thing. You walked into that toilet and it was rough. It was rough.
I'm just glad they turned the lights off. I think that was a small little gift that they gave to everyone. We'll just turn the lights off. We know this is horrible. We'll turn the lights off. I don't just imagine if you fell over in there. I mean, that'd be just grim times. Getting up, what you got porridge on your face for?
Grim.
There was a worrying rise of right wing in France. Yeah. Well, that's what you get. Whenever you get clusters of people, you get people being angry about everything. I think it's, if you can draw dividing lines, people will always have an argument with each other.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's well, I didn't realise that about France, but it makes sense. If that is the way it is, it does make sense.
Because France is a very different. I think continental Europe is very different to how we are. Like, I mean, France is still a socialist. So, as I'm aware, it's still a socialist country. So it's all about workers' rights over there. It's basically like it's still the 70s in France when it comes to stuff like that.
I didn't realise. I was watching World War II documentaries. I got into them through lockdown, and I didn't realise that the Nazis actually took over France. I didn't actually know that. I had no clue.
What did they teach you in school?
I had no clue. I was watching. I was like,
Oh,
no way! Look at that. Like,
Mate, they were doing really well.
I know.
They were doing really, really well up until the point where they invaded Russia. I think that was their turning point when but they had to invade Russia because they failed the campaign in Africa, so they had no choice. But then the minute they invaded Russia and the Russians started fighting them, they were screwed. I read a book. Have you seen that thing on there? I think it's on Amazon where it's that the Man in the High Tower.
I watched the first season. It got a bit weird. Towards the end, I didn't see where it was going, so it went a bit strange.
Well, I think I read the book of that, and basically I watched a documentary and it was going on about like when Hitler invaded Russia and the reason why. And basically, there was a campaign in Africa, and I think the crux of it is that they needed the oil in Africa to continue like powering the machines, and long story short, they failed their campaign in Africa, so they had no choice but to invade Russia and try and go for their oil. And initially, they like smashed Russia because Russia had no real. The only thing Russia had was people. It had a lot of people, but it didn't really have tanks. It didn't really have it wasn't mechanized like the rest of Europe was. So initially, they did really well. They they're really far into Russia and they took over loads of factories. But what the Russians would basically do is they would just, if they knew they were going to lose territory, they would just smash everything, burn everything down, and just destroy it, and then rebuild further back. And then they got into a position where they started getting more tanks, more weapons, and then when they pushed forwards, basically Germany was fighting a war on two fronts. So they were fighting from behind, like from the France direction, and they were fighting Russia, and they were just getting crushed between the top of them. And I think the Russians weren't the kind of people to just take prisoners. Basically, if you got caught by the Russians, you'd probably wish you were dead. So it was a complete I think there was a bit. If you're fighting like the English and you get caught, there's a bit of like, okay, you've got some of our prisoners, we've got some of yours. I think there might even be like, we'll let some of yours go, you let some of ours go. But in Russia, it was just like, right, we're either going to work you men to death, or we're just going to shoot them, or they're going to die from the freezing cold. Because I think they attacked Russia when it was winter, and winter in Russia is like Siberia temperatures. It's like minus 20 or something daft.
I think that's the thing. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't know that. I have no clue why I didn't know that.
But that's what the D-Day landings were. So we went into France to free them from the German invasion, from the German occupation.
Yeah, I knew we celebrated stuff. That was about it. And I am getting educated now, Mark. I'm getting very educated with Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
not reading, but whatever Netflix wants me to learn, whatever history they want to give me, that's what I'm going to go with.
Wherever that algorithm tells you need to learn.
yeah. Whatever the algorithm. Have you watched The Social Dilemma yet?
With the Facebook thing and everything.
Yeah.
I don't really use it that much. Like, admittedly, I use Facebook, but like, I had like a couple of people message me on Facebook I used to go to school with, so I very occasionally message them back, and then there's a couple of groups I'm on for like Warhammer and like the sculpting thing. I'm finding some stuff on sculpting that's on there, and I'm on there for a little. Originally, it was Marketplace. I used to go. I just scroll through Marketplace and just see if there's anything random on there that I wanted. But that's it. I don't really use it like that. I don't like look at my feeds. I don't look at my news feeds or anything like that.
I think it was the whole YouTube thing that kind of shocked me, where it's like the more you start watching of something, like the more you start watching something, the more it feeds you like more of it, and you just get deeper into that hole.
Yeah. Well, like I mean, at the minute, my YouTube is just literally Warhammer 40k sculpting, and then Carla, and then every once in a while, like a Joe Rogan video will pop up, but it's usually like a Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, because I think I watched one, and then it just keeps sending them. So it's all this like alien conspiracy theory and the far right movement and all that. It just keeps popping up, and I'm just like, dude, I watched like one casual video about Trump, and now you're sending me videos constantly of this one thing.
Like I got into the anti-vax thing last week. I don't believe in the anti-vax thing. I'm a person who kind of, okay, I need to like, I don't believe in it, but I need to watch this to see like where the hell people are getting their information from. And now anything that comes up on my YouTube now is anti-vax things, and on my Facebook as well. My feed is just full of live anti-vax people, like, which it's so weird. You like see this bloke, I don't know, he's living in like a flat in Liverpool talking about anti-vaccine, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to listen to you, mate. You're the one.
Yeah, he's the authority on anti-vaccine in his Liverpool flat, wearing his wanking pants.
It is weird though. It's so weird how it just gives you that information. What was that?
Yeah, the Russians didn't care. I think there's is it Enemy at the Gate or something like that? I think it's got Jude Law in it, and he's a sniper in the Russian army, and it's basically when he first goes onto the battlefield, they didn't have enough guns for the amount of people that they had, so they'd give one gun for every 3 people, and it'd be everyone run at them, and then when someone dies, you pick up their gun. And that's basically what it is. It's like they didn't have enough stuff, so they just literally throw people. I think they were called the Russian Steamroller, I think it was called, or something like that.
Sounds like a game of Call of Duty.
12-year-old kids shouting abuse down your
My daughter, I played Fortnite with them lights the other day. I didn't realise how good she was. I was like, yeah, I'll play, no worries, yeah, whatever. Someone shot me in the back of the head.
I don't do it anymore, mate. The missus keeps trying to get me to buy an Xbox because she wants me to play GTA 5. I ain't going down that rabbit hole. You won't see me again.
I got deep into Red Dead Redemption to the point where I was playing it before I went to bed, and then I was having dreams about me being a cowboy. Like I was having dreams about me walking through the wild.
Did it start?
I was like walking through the wild with cowboy hats on and stuff, and it's like, okay, I need to stop playing this game before I go to bed. Carla says she doesn't fit that demographic of I'm guessing she means right wing.
Well, all I'm saying is one Ben Shapiro video and then loads of Carla's videos popped up. Stuff.
I think Carla's like only one up from left as Lexi's. Lexi's like proper far left, but Carla's like one up from Lex. I'll probably get some abuse from that. Yeah. Do you want to chat about anything else? Anything else you're doing?
I don't know, mate. I mean, it's pretty miserable, isn't it? It's just boring, isn't it? I'm fed up of COVID. I'm fed up of it.
The first lockdown, I wasn't that bad. I kind of saw it as like, we've got to do our bit and all this crap. And now I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I am done with this.
I'm getting to the point now where I'm willing just to club all them old people, so I ain't got to stay in. Give me the bat, mate. I'll do it.
It only took you 59 minutes. It only took you 59 minutes to completely
insult one. Clothes on. So.
Lex wants you to love her too. You should check out Lex's channel. It's bad Bad
Oh, the
biscuit.
missus watches. She watches you as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, getting you all fans. I am Carla and Lex from the Wolvo gang. Getting you all these fans.
Yeah.
Lex wants to kill all the Tories. I just want to hurt them a bit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like Lex wants to hunt them down, and like he's full Antifa.
I think I don't think it matters what party it is. Doesn't make any difference.
Nah.
Doesn't make any difference. Everything flip flops. Everything goes round in cycles. So I didn't even know. I don't really know that much about American history, but I didn't even know that the actual party that freed the slaves was Republican.
The Republicans. Yeah. Which is
I didn't even know that until. So you look at the Republicans now and you think, oh, they're all white supremacists. They hate ethnicities. But really, they were the ones that freed the slaves.
Yeah.
It was the Democrats that wanted to keep it status quo. They didn't want anything to change because there was a lot of people making.
We started watching. There's a new documentary on Netflix. Like, you know, me and the wife watched something for an hour before bedtime, and started watching this new documentary, Trial 4. It's scary. It is scary. It's scary how the police work in like America.
Is that profiling or something?
Yeah, it's like it's really bad. Like I was saying, Jeff, if we ever go to America, the last thing you want to do is like, I don't know, accidentally break the law there, because it's just like like there was like a thing where there was a death in Boston, and it was really obvious that the husband killed his wife, I think, in the car. Like he just rang up saying, "Oh yeah, some black guy," and he just described a black guy in a hoodie.
Generic black man.
Yeah, generic black man. And then they basically searched the whole of Boston. They didn't do any kind of like forensics or anything like that. They just searched for the first black man they could find, and they arrested like the person who was up for the most crimes in Boston, basically. But it was just ridiculous. But America's a scary place. I was watching like.
Well, what does it say on your passport?
I have no clue.
Does it say mixed race?
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I know I have to fill in information. Well, I used to fill it in as white, and then I went for what did I go for?
Moments of leftism. I went, oh no, I'm not white. I'm mixed race.
I went for a dentist appointment, and this woman said, "I know what you are, but you know, can you just fill it in?"
Right.
Blah blah.
So
I put mixed race, and I'll write that down. Yeah, but then my mum actually did mention to me. She went, "No, you actually do need to put mixed race, because there could be certain what's it called? I'm trying to think of what's that condition that only."
Sickle cell or something.
Yeah, sickle cell. Said you've got to start filling it in like that, because you know that could come up.
Yeah, but that's more like Caribbean. I think it's more Caribbean way.
Yeah.
Or is it East Indian or something like that? I think it's more a condition for that area.
Well, my granddad was from the Caribbean, so.
Yeah, but
you don't know, do you?
I think it's like 3 generations. So I think you're all right.
Yeah, 3 generations gone. So yeah, we've done an hour, Mark.
We've done an hour, mate.
Yeah. People are saying that they want us to do this on a regular basis.
I've said this all along, mate. I mean,
sure,
we're best friends. I'm your mentor.
We are best friends.
We are best friends.
Pete's probably watching this. You fucking bastard.
Pete's an angry ginger friend.
Yeah, we have an angry ginger friend, if he's watching, who I know, if he is watching, he's not coming up in the chat or messaging us, because he knows that it'll divert to him being our angry ginger friend, even though he's not particularly ginger. But he is angry.
Steve's my black friend.
Yeah.
Pete's my ginger friend.
Yeah.
You've got to tick them boxes these days. You've got to be, if you haven't got like a broad spectrum of friends, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a typical white male in his 40s.
Well,
And
I'm trying to think
I
what you are.
have to kind of show that I'm trying to include people.
Mm.
Otherwise, I get lumped with them Ben Shapiro's.
Aren't you cis? Aren't you like cis white male or something?
Basically, nowadays, I might as well just shoot myself in the face because my opinion matters for nothing.
Yeah, you might as well. But you kind of, yeah, you kind of like, because you welcome me into your friendship circle. You kind of you're all right. But let's just say we need
interested in getting in the friendship circle, you have to play Wet Biscuit. Go online, look at the rules.
We need a gay one. I suppose Pete will qualify for a gay one.
I reckon Pete's in the closet.
Come on, Pete. Comment, Pete.
He'd tick a lot of boxes, he would, wouldn't he, really? He's a brummie. He's ginger.
Yeah.
If he was gay, that'd be another box.
Mm-hmm. Angry.
Angry. He's always angry.
He's always angry.
Yeah. It's like that line that the Hulk says. Like, how do you control your anger? And he turns around and says, I'm always angry. How do you get angry? No, I'm always angry.
I'm always fucking angry. I'm always fucking angry.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember because for some reason they used to get temps in at our workplace. They used to get temps in at our workplace, and one of us would be off. It'd be an absolute nightmare because it'd only be a week, and then they'd get rid of the temp after a week, and he wouldn't have learned what he had to do in that week. I remember the once they brought a temp in. I was on holiday, and all I got was a message from Mark. It was Pete hit something with an hammer.
Yeah, that's a fun day that was. So this is like a pallet, and the pallet truck got stuck underneath the pallet, and Pete basically just lost it. So he tried rolling it over, he tried pulling it out, he just wouldn't move. So bear in mind, this kid was like, he was a university kid. I think he was still in uni. It was like a gap.
He never worked anywhere. He never worked anywhere.
And the funny thing was, the kid was doing marine biology, and he lived in Wolverhampton. But anyway, this kid's never seen anyone with ginger hair. I don't think he's ever met anyone from Birmingham. And then Pete basically just grabs a hammer and starts wailing on this pallet just randomly. Like, nothing's ever going to be accomplished by this. He's just wailing on this pallet with an hammer. And then he starts missing, and he's hitting the floor. And as he's hitting the floor, which is concrete, there's sparks flying up in the air. And Pete's just screaming, and then he just launches the hammer behind him. And it just flies across the room. And the look on this kid's face is just...
Oh, man.
I'm just kind of like...
like, what the... Oh.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Is angry a sexuality? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely with Pete.
It's definitely an aspect of a sexuality.
Definitely with Pete. Pete's like... But he says he's mellow now.
He says he's mellow, but we haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah.
He could be saying he's mellow while he's eating gummy bears out of someone's hollow skull.
Yeah.
I'm mellow, man, and he's just got plastic all up the walls and blood splatter. We don't know.
I'm all right now.
I'm fine now, guys.
I'm all right.
He's just got a necklace of ears.
All right.
Right then, mate.
I better get in, look after some kids. I've heard on several times, Dad, because I've shut the loft hole, so I didn't get any noise up here. But I can hear kids, Dad, where are you, Dad? Dad.
Everyone wants Pete on. You want Pete on?
You won't get him on. There's no way.
You won't get him on. He would. Number one, he wouldn't show his face because I think he's wanted by too many people.
Definitely. And his internet's gone right at the end. Come back, Mark. His internet's gone right at the end. I'll see if he comes back on. But yeah, Pete won't come on. I know he wouldn't. He'd feel so awkward. I used to film him when I first started doing vlogs, and all I get, fuck off. So leave me alone. Nah, Pete's alright. He's pretty angry. I'll see if Mark comes back on to say bye. But yeah, might do this on a regular basis. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. Mark's been trying to get me to do it for ages. And I've just been I'm not avoiding it. I haven't been up for doing vlogs. I don't know why. Oh wait, he's come back on, but on a different screen. Give me a second. There we go, you're back.
I'm back.
Did you kill the hamster?
Yeah, it's this laptop. This laptop's ancient. I'm amazed it even works. Jess sucks at reselling. Jesse, She's also got incredibly impeccable timing.
Oh, Jesse, yeah, we're about to go, but yeah.
See ya.
I might actually put a thingy at this. Skip the first 15 minutes because it's basically Mark going, but, and me trying to move the laptop around to get an internet signal.
We had some technical issues.
Yeah, we had technical issues at the start. Mark, would you consider a handlebar mustache?
I've tried it.
Mm.
It didn't look right. I know that one bit on my face I can actually grow proper. The rest of it's really patchy.
Mm.
But it didn't look right. I tried doing the
Fireman
that as well. Tried that. I tried the goatee thing, and that just looked ridiculous.
Mm.
I got too many patches.
No, I thought you'd gone again. Right. I'm gonna get off. I need to get some food. But thanks for joining me, Mark. Thanks for joining on the internet and stuff. But yeah, we'll have to do this again.
Which is what we say every single time we ever meet.
Yeah. You know what?
This is what this was, mate. Yeah, we'll have to do this again.
We'll make it a regular thing. We'll chat, Mark. I'll speak to your people. You speak to my people.
You know what, mate? We can. You've got your eBay thing, and I've got my. I will actually. I'm gonna finish off my little houses, and maybe next time when I come on, I can start showing people.
Yeah, of course you can. Definitely. And you got a channel.
I've got like my channel's got one video on it, and it's something I did as a joke. It's there's a little ginger kid in Terminator 2, and the T-1000 like launches him out of the way, and it's just a video of that going on for an hour.
Yeah, I remember that. You sent it us like, what's this?
Because I used to
about 10 times the same clip going, something else is going to happen on this. You got to watch like 10 minutes of it. No, it's literally the same thing.
Yeah. That was an in-joke with another.
No, Carla, you've got to involve me. I apologise. So, I'm not just going to give Mark my channel.
No, I can see a point. I can see a point.
You can see Carla's point?
No, mate, no.
Is that what you're saying? That's not very nice.
No. I'd never say that, mate. We're bros.
But yeah. So, yeah, we'll do this again. See if we can get Pete involved.
We'll sort it out, mate.
I just don't see it.
Eventually, this will be my little man room in here. But at the minute, it's just... This
is my little man loft. So, yeah. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
If I have another baby, mate.
I'm going to end the broadcast. Stay there, Mark. You'll just go off the line. Right, see you later. Bye-bye.